The situation is terrible. In this video right now, I want us to have a look at some letters from Tanzania just a few hours ago as I speak. Before we do that, let me briefly say this. If you look at what is currently going on in Tanzania, SAMIA Suluhu's government is on the offensive. A total crackdown has been unleashed on some innocent Tanzanians. All those believed might have participated in the protests in any form, whether you took to the streets, whether you organized it, or whether you were supporting the protests. There is a total crackdown, and it's a very brutal crackdown. A few hours ago, Tanzania's main opposition party, CHADEMA, taking to social media accounts, shared out this. CHADEMA Tanzania public statement. Chama cha Demokrasia na Maendeleo CHADEMA wants to inform the public that the Arusha Regional Police has arrested the Deputy Secretary General, Mainland, Honorable Amani Golugwa, this morning, Saturday, November 8, 2025. Honorable Golugwa becomes the third senior party leader to be detained by state authorities following the arrest of the party chairperson, Honorable Tundu Lissu, and the vice chairperson, Honorable John Heche. The arrest of the Deputy Secretary General means that only 3 of the party's 6 top leaders remain free. We have received information indicating that this wave of arrests targeting party leaders and members continues to spread to lower levels, with some being forced to confess to organizing demonstrations. We understand that the government intends to charge our leaders with treason in an attempt to cripple the party's leadership and paralyze its operations. We wish to assure our members and all those who cherish democracy, justice, and the rule of law that our party stands firmly with the people of Tanzania in moments of joy, sorrow, grief, or hardship as we continue the struggle for democracy in our nation. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Darkness has never overcome light. Together we shall prevail. Issued today, Saturday, November 8, 2025, by Brenda Rupia, Director of Communication and Publicity. That's the latest coming from Tanzania. The main opposition's Deputy Secretary General has just been arrested a few hours ago. From the party, SAMIA Suluhu's government intends to charge him of treason. We know that the party leader Tundu Lissu is also in jail, charged of treason. The deputy party leader John Heche is also in prison, charged of terrorism. Those are the main opposition party leaders being arrested here and there. I still fail to understand why Tanzanians are calm. Why are they not making noise? Why are they not on the streets? That's what I fail to understand. Early this year, around April, Mama Samia Suluhu locked out all strong opposition candidates from the race, from the presidential race. Tanzanians remained calm and only took to the streets on the election day. And looking at the current happenings in Tanzania, Tanzanians failed to achieve their objective because they had a very wrong strategy. They ought not to have allowed Mama Samia Suluhu to reach 2025 presidential election as the country's president. They ought to have made the situation terrible for her to govern. They waited till the last day, and instead of turning out in their millions to cast their votes, they went about disrupting the election. So already, they were being seen as the offenders. They were on the offensive. To attempt to disrupt an election is an offense. What they ought to have done was to turn out in their millions to cast their votes. And I've always explained that if 70 to 80, let's say 70 to 80, rejects a candidate, it would be very difficult for that candidate to rig that election. And even if that candidate succeeded in rigging that election, it could have left some open footprints of rigging. Tanzanians could have used that to demand of Samia Suluhu to go. What am I trying to say? This is the right time for Tanzanians to take to the streets. This time that Mama Samia Suluhu is becoming this dictatorial, this is the time for Tanzanians to take to the streets. If they can't do that, then they must be prepared to serve Samia Suluhu with lots of loyalty. They should not criticize her government. This is the time for Tanzanians to say no. Also looking at what is happening in Tanzania, I won't be wrong to say or even to boast that in Kenya we have democracy. I continue imploring upon Kenyans to abandon, to stop this ethnic style of voting. Looking on how Kenyans think, how Kenyans play their politics, it's all about my tribe. Right now, look at the opposition. Look at the engine running opposition politics. A person who has already been impeached. Someone the Constitution has found unfit. That's now the person organizing opposition politics, and Kenyans are cheering up. The said leader has now demanded 50% of the government if the opposition wins that government. Kenyans should learn something from Tanzania. A bad leader can make life very unbearable for a people in any country. That's exactly what is happening in Tanzania. And as Kenyans, we have to resist and to reject that devil before Kenyans taste of the poisoned chalice. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Any person watching us outside Kenya, drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. If possible, subscribe, give the video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya.
Au kama ulikuwa unafikiria udiwani Novemba, sahau, kwa sababu tunaenda kukinukisha vibaya sana. Sawa sawa. Tukikinukisha vile,
as I speak,
tutaumia. Ni kweli.
Before we do that, let me briefly say this. SAMIA Suluhu's Tanzania's government has succeeded
unajua kwa nini?
In arresting the protests. Protesters have been
seriously watafanya nini?
So it's Mama Samia Suluhu's government
wanaweza
now on the offensive.
Watatupa